Um, Charles, this is Jared with the Daily News here. Just down the stretch, the last few minutes of regulation and then overtime, I guess, what did you see personally as the biggest difference, down the stretch?
Um, Man, we just couldn't keep the lead. We were winning by like is it 6 or 7? And I just felt like we just turned the ball over. They called it charge and Josh, and just self turnovers, and they came back and got the win.
Charles, obviously got off to a very slow start, down 17 to start the game. Tavion has talked about it, having to expend that energy to try to come back in games. Did you see that playing out down the stretch at all? Just lack of energy maybe from having to come back from such a big deficit?
I mean, that's one thing about our team. We're gonna fight, and we fought. We're gonna fight. We fought. We get back. We got the lead. We're winning, and they came back. They made the other dude on their team, the big time shot. Got them back in the game, and it was just there's nothing else we could do. So we were trying to win. It just didn't go our way this time. So yeah.
Hey, Charles, it's Dominic Gates with the Courier-Journal. I know it's probably not fair to ask this since it is right after the game, but have you thought about, your future in terms of, for the NBA draft and all of that? Obviously, I know the game just ended, but have you thought about that yet?
We just lost, so I don't thought about that yet. Just on my team right now.
Charles, you personally, I believe 2 points, no rebounds in the first half, 9 points, 11 rebounds, second half overtime. What was the biggest difference for you personally in the second half to try to help your team come back from this one?
In the first half, they were playing the pack defense, and we were trying to figure it out. We're down 17, and I just think, we came back second half. I felt we were supposed to win the game, but I mean, we just didn't. It wasn't our side this time. I just thought the refs were just calling some calls. Man, I don't know, but well, they won. That's it.
Anything else for Charles? All right, thank you.
This is Jared with the Daily News in Bowling Green. You guys had, I believe, a 7-point lead in the final 3 minutes. Down the stretch, end of regulation and overtime, I guess, what did you see as the biggest difference?
We didn't make the plays down the stretch that we needed to make to hold on to that ball game. We had some key turnovers, bad charge call, and then we didn't get the stops that we needed.
Jordan, is Dominic with the Courier-Journal. You mentioned those turnovers. How much of it was the defense from North Texas, or just maybe you all rushing it or anything? I guess, can you take me through, those turnovers throughout the game?
And that's just a lapse mentally. That close ball game in a championship game, you just can't turn the ball over. That's what we did, and it cost us a game.
Jordan, this is Jared again with the Daily News. Obviously didn't get off to the start you would have liked in the game. 17-point deficit to start. Did you think that was jitters, or North Texas is coming out strong, or I guess what did you see there at the beginning of the game?
I said they came out strong. They were hitting their shots, and they kind of played the defense we haven't really seen all year. They were making all our perimeter guys shoot jump shots. So, and we weren't hitting them, and they were hitting theirs. So, yeah.
I've got one more. Defensively, second half, you hold them to 14 points in your comeback attempt. Defensively, what was the biggest adjustment from you guys first half to second half to have such a strong defensive performance?
We just really told ourselves in halftime we was going to sit down and guard the basketball. Don't rely on help, just keep your man in front of you. And we did that for most of the half, just made some big shots down the stretch.
Anything else for Jordan? All right, thank you all.